We are often told that trust is the foundation of any relationship and that we should be open and trusting towards others. But has anyone ever warned you about the dangers of placing too much trust in people? In a world where trust can sometimes be misplaced, it's crucial to understand how excessive trust can lead to significant problems. Today, I'll reveal 10 ways that trusting people can ruin your life and provide 4 strategies to maintain a balanced approach to trust. Let's move on to number 1 without further ado: becoming vulnerable to betrayal. The Stoics believed in the importance of wisdom and discernment in relationships. When you trust too easily, you may open yourself up to betrayal and deceit. This can lead to deep emotional pain and damage your ability to trust others in the future. By practicing discernment and being cautious about whom you trust, you can protect yourself from unnecessary heartache. Whether we realize it or not, placing too much trust in others can make us vulnerable to betrayal. People may take advantage of our trust for their gain, leaving us hurt and disillusioned. The Stoics remind us to be wise and discerning in our interactions with others. By taking the time to build trust gradually and ensuring that it is reciprocated, we can safeguard our emotional well-being and maintain healthier relationships. Next, let's talk about the second point: losing personal boundaries. The Stoics emphasized the importance of setting and maintaining boundaries to protect our well-being. When you trust too easily, you may allow others to overstep your personal boundaries, leading to feelings of being overwhelmed and taken advantage of. By setting clear boundaries and communicating them effectively, you can ensure that your trust does not compromise your sense of self. Excessive trust can lead to blurred boundaries, where others feel entitled to invade your personal space and time. This can create an imbalance in your relationships and make you feel as though your needs and desires are not being respected. The Stoics taught that maintaining personal boundaries is essential for preserving our well-being. By clearly defining and enforcing your boundaries, you can protect yourself from being overrun by others and ensure that your trust is not misplaced. The third point is the risk of exploitation. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-reliance and resilience. When you trust too easily, you may become a target for exploitation by those who seek to take advantage of your generosity and goodwill. This can lead to financial, emotional, and psychological harm. By practicing self-reliance and being cautious with whom you trust, you can protect yourself from being exploited. Being overly trusting can make you a prime target for exploitation. People may see your trust as an opportunity to take advantage of you, whether financially, emotionally, or psychologically. The Stoics remind us to be self-reliant and to protect ourselves from those who seek to exploit our trust. By being cautious and discerning in whom we place our trust, we can avoid falling victim to exploitation and maintain our well-being. Fourth, let's discuss the issue of disappointment. The Stoics taught that we should manage our expectations to avoid unnecessary disappointment. When you trust too easily, you may set yourself up for disappointment when people fail to meet your expectations. This can lead to feelings of frustration and disillusionment. By managing your expectations and being realistic about whom you trust, you can avoid unnecessary disappointment. Excessive trust can lead to unrealistic expectations, where you believe that others will always act in your best interest. When they inevitably fall short, you may feel deeply disappointed and disillusioned. The Stoics emphasize the importance of managing our expectations to avoid unnecessary suffering. By being realistic about the limitations of others and understanding that people are fallible, you can protect yourself from disappointment and maintain a more balanced perspective. Next, we have the fifth point: ignoring red flags. The Stoics believed in the importance of being vigilant and aware of our surroundings. When you trust too easily, you may ignore warning signs and red flags that indicate potential problems. This can lead to negative consequences and put you in harm's way. By staying vigilant and paying attention to red flags, you can protect yourself from potential dangers. Trusting too easily can make you overlook important warning signs that something is amiss. Whether in personal or professional relationships, ignoring red flags can lead to negative outcomes and put you at risk. The Stoics taught the importance of vigilance and awareness in all aspects of life. By staying alert and paying attention to red flags, you can protect yourself from potential harm and make more informed decisions about whom to trust. Sixth, let's address the issue of dependency. The Stoics taught that self-sufficiency is key to a free and independent life. Excessive trust can create dependency on others, making it difficult for you to make decisions or take actions independently. This dependency can limit your autonomy and restrict your freedom. By cultivating self-reliance and confidence in your abilities, you can maintain your independence while still being able to trust others. Dependency on others can undermine your sense of autonomy and freedom. When you place too much trust in others, you may become reliant on them for support, guidance, or validation. The Stoics valued self-sufficiency and resilience. By fostering these qualities, you can maintain your independence and ensure that your trust in others does not come at the cost of your autonomy. This approach empowers you to be self-reliant and confident in your decisions. Seventh, let's talk about the danger of being misled. The Stoics believed in the importance of seeking truth and understanding. When you trust too easily, you may be more susceptible to being misled or manipulated by others. This can lead to poor decision-making and negative consequences. By seeking truth and being critical in your thinking, you can protect yourself from being misled. Being overly trusting can make you vulnerable to misinformation and manipulation. People may take advantage of your trust to deceive or mislead you, leading to poor decisions and negative outcomes. The Stoics emphasized the importance of seeking truth and being critical in our thinking. By questioning information and verifying facts, you can protect yourself from being misled and make more informed decisions. Eighth, we have the risk of emotional burnout. The Stoics taught that we should manage our emotional resources wisely. Excessive trust can lead to emotional burnout, as you may invest too much of your emotional energy in others. This can leave you feeling drained and unable to care for yourself. By managing your emotional resources and setting boundaries, you can prevent burnout and maintain your well-being. Emotional burnout can result from placing too much trust in others and investing heavily in their well-being. When your emotional resources are depleted, you may find it difficult to care for yourself and maintain your mental health. The Stoics taught the importance of managing our emotional resources wisely. By setting boundaries and being selective about where you invest your emotional energy, you can prevent burnout and ensure that your trust in others does not compromise your well-being. Ninth, let's discuss the issue of neglecting self-care. The Stoics emphasized the importance of taking care of oneself to maintain balance and well-being. When you trust too easily, you may neglect your own needs and self-care in favor of taking care of others. This can lead to burnout and decreased overall well-being. By practicing self-care and setting boundaries, you can maintain your health and happiness while still being able to trust others. Neglecting self-care in favor of trusting others can lead to physical and emotional exhaustion. When you prioritize others' needs over your own, you risk depleting your resources and compromising your well-being. The Stoics remind us that self-care is essential for maintaining balance and health. By setting boundaries and making self-care a priority, you can ensure that your trust in others does not come at the expense of your own well-being. Finally, we have the 10th point, fostering unrealistic perceptions. The Stoics emphasize the importance of seeing things as they truly are. When you trust too easily, you may create unrealistic perceptions of others and the world around you. This can lead to disillusionment and frustration when reality doesn't match your expectations. By maintaining a balanced and realistic perspective, you can navigate life with greater clarity and understanding. Fostering unrealistic perceptions can lead to a distorted view of reality and increased frustration. When you place too much trust in others, you may develop idealized views that do not align with reality. The Stoics encouraged us to see things as they truly are, without the lens of excessive trust or idealization. By maintaining a balanced and realistic perspective, you can avoid disillusionment and navigate life with greater clarity. This approach helps you set realistic expectations and achieve a more grounded and fulfilling life. Now let's look at what you can do to maintain a healthy balance between trust and caution. Strategy number 1. Practice discernment. Based on the Stoic idea of wisdom and discernment, make it a habit to evaluate people and situations critically before placing your trust. This practice helps you protect yourself from unnecessary harm and disappointment. Practicing discernment involves being cautious and thoughtful about whom you trust. Take the time to get to know people and assess their character before placing your trust in them. By being discerning, you can protect yourself from potential harm and ensure that your trust is well placed. This approach helps you maintain healthier relationships and avoid unnecessary disappointment. Strategy number 2. Set and enforce boundaries. Following the Stoic teachings, establish clear boundaries in your relationships to protect your well-being. This approach helps you avoid being taken advantage of and maintains your sense of self. Setting and enforcing boundaries involves clearly defining what is acceptable and what is not in your interactions with others. Communicate your boundaries effectively and be firm in maintaining them. By setting boundaries, you can protect yourself from being overrun by others and ensure that your trust is respected. This approach helps you maintain your well-being and avoid the negative consequences of excessive trust. Strategy number 3. Cultivate self-reliance. Foster self-reliance and confidence in your abilities to maintain your independence. This Stoic approach ensures that your trust in others does not compromise your autonomy and freedom. Cultivating self-reliance involves developing confidence in your abilities and trusting your judgment. Work on building your skills and knowledge so that you can make decisions and take actions independently. By fostering self-reliance, you can maintain your autonomy and ensure that your trust in others is balanced and not dependent on them. This approach empowers you to be self-sufficient and confident in your interactions with others. Strategy number 4. Manage your expectations. Be realistic about your expectations of others to avoid unnecessary disappointment. This Stoic practice helps you maintain a balanced perspective and protect yourself from disillusionment. Managing your expectations involves being realistic about the limitations and fallibilities of others. Understand that people are not perfect and that they may sometimes fall short of your expectations. By keeping your expectations in check, you can avoid unnecessary disappointment and maintain a more balanced perspective. This approach helps you navigate relationships more effectively and protect yourself from the negative consequences of excessive trust. In conclusion, while trust is an important aspect of healthy relationships, it's essential to recognize the potential downsides of excessive trust. By practicing discernment, setting and enforcing boundaries, cultivating self-reliance, and managing your expectations, you can maintain a healthy balance between trust and caution. If you found these insights helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with others who might benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights into Stoic wisdom and practical tips for living a balanced and fulfilling life. Together, we can harness the power of Stoicism to maintain a healthy and realistic perspective. Thank you for watching, and remember, you are a crucial part of this community. Your support helps us continue to share valuable content, so hit that subscribe button and join us on this journey toward a more balanced and fulfilling life.